station. You enjoy Tennessee.
Kicks, MP. MP, you're my favorite player, man. Always deliver.
Moments from now, the setting is Detroit, the Motor City. The Bulls taking on the Pistons. For the Chicago Bulls, they're clear championship contenders. Showing commitment, endurance, they're showing everything. And they'll be on the road looking to take another step towards their championship goals tonight. Pistons, Bulls is next. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA Basketball. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge will be joining us from the sidelines. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Take a look at the Bulls. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, the Pistons. They're much further down in the standings right now. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. They've got MP, Buzelis out there with Vucevic, and it's Kobe White, and it's Dosunmu in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Pistons, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson and Harris are their forwards, and it's Duren in at the 5, down low. And Stan, it seems like the key matchup tonight is down inside in the paint.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. Expect this one to be really physical. If either team backs down, they can just get run over tonight, but I don't expect that to happen. It's going to be a slugfest.
We love those kind of games. They're a lot of fun.
You aren't kidding.
And that was good defense there, but in the end, MP's offense just a little better.
Ivy against White. Cunningham sets a screen for Ivy. Pass to Cunningham. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound by the Bulls. And the win streak they're on right now, tying the Warriors' record of 24 wins back in 2016. This group is really clicking.
Well, it's really unbelievable. I had a 10-game win streak with the Magic as a head coach, and I'm trying to imagine more than doubling that kind of a run. It's really unthinkable, the amount of consistent good fortune and effort that it takes to do something like this.
Detroit shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%. And you have to appreciate the all-out effort Jay Naga gives you on the court. He works so hard to find ways to get involved and prove he belongs here.
Shots good by Hernandez.
He's looking very confident so far. The defense is going to have to account for him.
You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now. Come on.
Billy was a great college player, and I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer, back-to-back national titles in college, and then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Now, here's Cunningham.
Cunningham showing his game extends above the rim.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to MP. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. To the middle. It's stolen by Cunningham. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, guys. MP in the last game against Sacramento played superb basketball. He scored 35 points, and his passing was a cut above, with a ton of assists on the night. That stat line was really unbelievable. It's something you really had to see to appreciate. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Hernandez doesn't get it to drop for him. Cunningham with some nice D. Pass to Ivy. Back to Cunningham. And a miss there on the triple. Chicago leading. Here's MP. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. MP's got 12 points in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. And a different look here for the Pistons. Stewart checked in. Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Back to Harris. Inside, releases. Sasser against the bucket. And that'll tie this game up.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
They've got Holland. Marcus Sasser is out there with Kevin Porter. And there's Christie, and it's Harris in at the center position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now, here's Porter. Following the miss by MP. Porter inside. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Collins, good. Collins has got his first points in this one.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Good work there as it goes. And now a 4-point Chicago lead.
Yeah, great to see MP recognizing where the defense is weakest, developing those instincts.
Here's Sasser. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Sasser's got his second bucket of the night.
Better to be lucky than good. Got that shot to fall.
Stan, for 4 seasons, you were the head coach of the Detroit Pistons, and we were just talking the other day, what a great sports city Detroit is.
Oh, I absolutely loved my time in Detroit. I've still got 2 kids who live in the area, and great sports fans. Hard-working people that really value hard-working teams, and if you are one, they will be behind you all the way.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
MP gets the job done inside.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Porter looking it over. Pass to Harris. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. MP finds Collins. On the wing, Dosunmu. Hernandez lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 18 points for MP.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Now here is Harris. Left side, Porter. It's rebounded by Giddey. The Bulls leading by 5. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
That one goes. Count it.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Detroit's gone 2 for 5 from 3-point land since the end of the first. Pass to Sasser. A 3-pointer is right on target. Sasser's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Here's Collins. Good on the shot.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Pass to Harris. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. 6 on the shot clock. They're outside. Collins grabs the miss.
And we haven't seen them get to the line as much here in the second quarter. They might be settling a tad too much offensively.
Williams, that's good.
Of the two offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Now here's Porter. Lets it go from 11. And so it's Chicago in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details of things working out so far for the Chicago Bulls.
Gotta appreciate the way they're moving the ball. The offense is flowing like my rap game. When you bring the right beat, you know my name.
You know what? It is a debate. Were you a better rapper or you a better DJ as you are today?
Now that's me, Kenny, DJ EJ. And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
We've talked about in the past, going on the road removes the distractions of home. And it can bring you guys closer together if it's the right group.
Yeah, but you still have people you barely know asking you to comp tickets. I hate it.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
Great to see him playing up to his full potential. This will do so much for his confidence.
So for Chicago right now, Buzelis out there with Vucevic. Then it's Dosunmu. Then it's MP, and it's White in at the 2 spot. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both of them. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, he's just a basketball player and a very, very good one.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Coach, it didn't take long for Cade Cunningham to establish himself as the leader of this team.
Well, Kevin, he's very mature for his age. He was put in a position with all young guys around him, so he had to step up. And I've never heard Cade Cunningham blame anyone else for the team's struggles. He's got everything you could want in a team leader.
Here's Thompson following the basket by MP. It's up a 3. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Back to MP. Drops in the layup for 2. Hernandez has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Cunningham. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound in this one. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession. With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. In fourth, the Pistons.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. Detroit, no good that time either.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Back to MP. It's MP muscling his way for two.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Pass to Harris. Fires the three. Sinks the triple. Harris has got 5 points so far.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw the ball on the front.
Pistons trail by 11. They've got Kevin Porter. Christie is out there with Holland. And it's Fisher. And it's Sasser in at the point. That's the group for Detroit right now. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Sasser with the rebound. And for the Pistons, they're shooting at 36% in the night. They've got to step it up offensively. To Holland. Over Williams. And that one comes up a bit short. Chicago leading by 9. MP finds Williams. Back to MP. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Simone Fontecchio. He's checked in for the Pistons.
Hernandez.
Free throw, no good for MP.
Well, when you watch MP, you can see the burst he has on the floor. Very explosive young guy.
Pass to Fontecchio. It's 3 pointers off the mark. MP dishes to Collins. Took him no time at all on that one. And the Bulls lead by 13.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead. Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Terry, that's a 2. Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. Hernandez has got 5 assists in the game. To the inside. Here's Sasser. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Back to MP. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup. 30 points for MP.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the Pistons, entirely new group now out there. Here's Ike. Harris outside. Over Buzelis. To stop the run, here's Cunningham. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. MP with it. Now defended by Cunningham. To the paint. Shots good by Hernandez. Hernandez has got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, even though he hasn't been in the league a long time, MP knows exactly where to get his points.
Ivy finds Thompson. Down low. And Cunningham with the slam.
That's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Cunningham on the wing. And again, Cunningham missing. The Bulls leading by 17. Hernandez passes to Dosunmu. Inside, it's deflected to the middle. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Vucevic. 34 points for MP. Detroit's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. That's a 2 from Cunningham. He drains the quick shot.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Back to MP. He's off on that one.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Bulls.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other two.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage, plus the pressure defense, to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for MP.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Hollins kicks to Porter. Stewart, a screen for Porter. No good on the triple. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Over to the wing. Pass to Giddey, to the paint, in deep. And MP with a nice bucket inside. Hernandez has got 40 points.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
High, arcing shot, and so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So, for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and our reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Great win tonight, MP. Solid effort tonight on both ends. Time to warm up. You ready to rock? Yeah, it's your world. We just live it.
And the excitement already starting to crescendo with fans gathering and streaming into the building. Hi, folks. Glad to have you with us here. You're watching the East quarterfinals of the NBA Cup. We're excited to bring it to you with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. So a moment now to see the story for Mikal Bridges.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection, and it's showing.
And to look at the starters for the Knicks. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Daje in at the 3, the small forward. And for Chicago, we've got Buzelis. Kobe White out there with MP. Then it's Smith. And it's Dosunmu in at small forward. And in terms of the NBA Cup tournament, this Eastern quarterfinals game is a must-win for these 2 group winners. Lose and you're out of the running for the NBA Cup.
Yeah, make no mistake. This might count as a regular season game statistically, but there's nothing regular about it. These teams are battling for their shot at that NBA Cup.
And it's the Knicks to start out. And this is, of course, a critical game for MP to come through and help his team stay alive in the battle for the NBA Cup. I'm anticipating the intensity to be a little more ramped up in this one.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you can sense that element of urgency. We're going to see players diving for the loose balls, pounding defense, some fast-paced action end-to-end. All eyes, including mine, will be on how MP rises to the occasion.
Here's Brunson after the basket by Chicago. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. Well, I don't think anyone predicted that Jalen Brunson would become the player he is today, Grant.
Yeah, that's for sure, B.A. Or he definitely wouldn't have been a second-round pick. He's a hard worker, a competitor, and an elite offensive player.
And he gets that one.
So confident in the painted area. Josh Hart understands how to score inside.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Billy Donovan had a few moments to share with you, and we discussed Mikal Bridges. Coach said Mikal creates a lot of problems with his movement off the ball. He keeps the defense on its toes. We can't allow him to get into a rhythm. And he also praised Bridges' on-ball defense, which he'll be the focus of their game plan tonight. Brian?
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Dosunmu. Good, and the assist goes to MP.
You know, outstanding start. You've made 3 of your first 4.
For New York, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Daje. Here's Hart. Towns outside. Launches it. Knocks down the long J.
Now, Towns has said he believes he's the greatest shooting big ever. That's how confident he is.
Here's MP. Brunson defending. To the paint. Here's MP. Soft touch off the glass. MP's got 6.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Outside Brunson. No good on the triple. The Bulls have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Here's Buzelis. And he lays it up and in.
Oh, MP getting the basketball exactly where it needs to go when it needs to be there.
Here's Brunson. And it's Dosunmu with the rebound. Bulls leading by 5. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Outside Hart. It's Bridges on the wing. Pass to Hart. And here's Bridges. 1:53 left in the first. The layup off target. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And here in the first half of December, a look at the most recent power rankings. Hey, some intriguing stories. You take a look at the Knicks. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Well, right now for the Bulls, they are steamrolling everyone as expected. Tons of talent, nice team chemistry. This is the team to beat this year.
The Bulls making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Doris, you look at the shooting of Karl Anthony Towns. A 7-footer. He's as good as it gets.
He is, B.A. He has been verging on the 50, 40, 90 efficiency type numbers.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for New York.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
I think let's give them credit as well for the job they've done getting to the free throw line. It's been a huge factor for them.
Bulls trail by 11. So on the floor for New York, Miles McBride is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then there's Gary Trent, and it's Champagnie at the 5 down low.
Well, being able to finish through contact essential for MP. No one going to make it easy on the interior.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. A nice shot by McBride.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Outside McBride, fires for 3. Doesn't go that time. The Bulls have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Back to MP. Nice job by MP converting in tight.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pistons had a huge game. He contributed 40 points, and he didn't need a ton of extra possessions to get to that total. He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Ryan?
Good stuff, Allie. Tremendous effort from him in that last game, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I think he pushed them to the win through sheer force of will.
Let's give credit to his teammates for continuing to find this guy. They knew he had the hot hand, and they were willing to ride it all night long.
Bulls trail by 5. Rebounded by Trent. The Knicks have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. And again, the Knicks missing.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Williams passes to MP. The second effort. Power move from MP.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
McBride passes to Bridges. From downtown. And again, the Knicks missing. The Bulls have gone 6 of 11 here in the second quarter. Back to MP. Oh, MP takes the contact and converts.
By the time this young man is done, MP could be one of the great scorers we've ever seen.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
Oh, my. Talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them. To focus and finish the task at hand.
I thought what really stood out was how dominant they were on the offensive end. That was about as flawless as you could hope for.
Towns, he's checked in for New York. Brunson comes in for Mikal Bridges. There's a screen. Here's McBride. And again, the Knicks missing.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
And MP with a basket on the assist by Smith. MP's got 20.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Brunson. The 15-footer is good. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Yeah, what a beautiful move from Jalen Brunson. Frees himself for an opportunity to put the ball in the basket.
And he makes it. 22 points for him.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets.
Outside McBride. And 1:01 left to play in the second quarter. Oh, Brunson, the sweet lefty stroke.
Well, it looks like he has put that rough first quarter in the rear view. He's starting to cook here in the second.
Buzelis. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 4 assists now tonight. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the first of 2 games on their home court. A nice shot by Dadje. Dadje's gotten his first bucket of the night.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Tipped. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Brunson with it. Now guarded by MP. Takes a 3. Brunson misses. Chicago's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. That one falls. Buzelis has got 8 points.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Brunson taking his time here. Misses from short range. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shots. Left the window open. Give it up to our participants.
Welcome, everyone, to halftime. The Chicago Bulls find themselves in a good matchup here at the break.
Their offense is flowing. Guys are getting into their spot. The ball is finding them. Great execution so far, guys.
I'd say our halftime show is going just as smoothly. Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
And looking at the Bucks matchup, they hold some advantages, but can't play sloppy or uninspired. Still have to come in focused and get the job done.
It's just like us here in the studio. It's hard to bring it every day, but, you know, we try. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Hey, you look at MP in this game, he's been everywhere.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
They've got Jalen Smith. MP is out there with Kobe White. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu, and it's Buzelis in at the power forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Dadje. Bridges with it. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts up a deep 3. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to MP. An easy 2 on the layup. And it's a 4-point Bulls lead.
They're playing great team basketball. It's good movement and sharp, crisp passing.
Pass to Dadje. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Brunson against MP. New York, no good that time either.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him. Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson to win the run. Jalen Brunson playing big right now.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And now a look at the toughest defenses around the league. Number 1, the Bulls.
Well, allowing the fewest points per game in the entire league, this defense has been absolutely dominant. Give the coaches a ton of credit. Players are skilled and motivated. You've got good schemes. Very tough to score against this bunch.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Bridges finds Brunson. The 3 is up. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Well, when Mikal Bridges was drafted in 2018, his hometown team, the Philadelphia 76ers, elected to trade him after selecting him.
And B.A., he made no secret of the fact that that was a heartbreaking moment at the time. Consider that his mom actually worked in the Sixers front office in those days. But in the end, he has carved out one heck of a career.
Here's Bridges. Rebound by the Bulls.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
And MP with a basket on the assist by Buzelis. Buzelis has got 6 assists now in the game. Pass to Dadier. Towns outside. Here's Dadier. From behind the arc. Chicago with a rebound. Smith's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
They are just owning the boards right now.
Back to MP.
One of the things you love about MP is his appreciation for the history of the game, studying the former great players, weaving their strengths into his game.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Both teams will make substitutions, and he's good on the second. Knicks trail by 10. A minute 6 left in the third. Pass to Adams. Back to Brunson. Over MP. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Brunson's got 16 points now.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Count that one.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
The Knicks have gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Here's Brunson. And it's Reith with the rebound. Bulls leading by 10. MP finds Williams. Back to MP. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Hernandez got 39. New York has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Brunson. Oh, MP with a block. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Yeah, excellent focus from MP, refusing to let the D dictate his shot selection.
And here's Brunson from the arc. He buries it from 3. Brunson's got 10 points in the quarter.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
Now, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for. Consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And as ends up going with a new group, and timeout is called by Billy Donovan. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. Knicks trail by 9. So on the floor for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Josh Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Dajay in at the 3 spot.
This is what Brunson does so well, right? He keeps defenders off balance and draws that contact.
First free throw is good. And he can't hit the second.
Now, Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer. Boy, this guy can light you up.
MP, the pass to Smith. Now here's White, down low. Here's MP. Nice D from Bridges.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Chicago with a rebound. They've led by as many as 14. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. And it's Buzelis that time on the assist by MP. MP's got his 7th assist here tonight. And here's Brunson from the arc. Chicago with a rebound. Smith's got 8 rebounds in the game. Pass to Buzelis. Back to MP. To the inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
Your young guys can be so fearless. And just look at MP battling there inside.
And he sinks the second. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Now here's Brunson over MP. New York again can't hit.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Bulls.
You love how they push the ball at every opportunity.
Yeah, they really dictated the pace, and it really paid off.
And so hard work pays off with their 26th win of the year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for MP.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Pass to Buzelis. Back to MP. Count the basket. MP's got 46.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Dosunmu, the pass to Hernandez. And the layup is good off the glass. Hernandez got 48.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Brunson again missing. Chicago with the ball. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. And it's Hernandez missing. Problem for Chicago as they get the win, showing the rest of the Eastern Conference what kind of team they're going to be this year.
Yeah, we'll see what they can do in the semifinals. The NBA Cup has a way of humbling teams.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And we'll see you next time.
Great win tonight, MP. Good job, MP. See. Get the popcorn ready. It's game time.
Congrats to MP on his perfect playoff run. That puts him up there with the all-time greats.
Social media going on, bro. About you, bro.
The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
It's warming up. Beautiful afternoon on the Strip. Nothing like Las Vegas, Nevada. Hi and good evening, everyone. We've got an NBA Cup semifinal for you tonight in the East. And a ton is on the line. Joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us on the sidelines. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Cameron Thomas.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Down in the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with Cunningham. And it's Moody in at the 3 slot. And for the Bulls, MP out there with White. Then it's Dosunmu. Then it's Jalen Smith. And it's Booz Ellis in at the 4. Well, we've made it through 2 rounds of the NBA Cup. And the stakes just keep rising.
Kevin, once you get to single elimination, there's no room for error. You have 2 Eastern Conference heavyweights going at it. I think this game could come down to the wire.
The bright lights of the NBA Cup semifinals. So much pressure. And guess what? MP thrives in the spotlight. Guys, he loves it.
Yeah, and talking to MP before the game, you could tell he was ecstatic. The entire NBA is watching this one. MP has a huge chance to prove himself. I expect him to have a big game.
It's the Nets now. Now, here's Cunningham. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. From deep, Thomas, that one's not going to go. Well, you talk about Cam Thomas. RJ, he's one of the most explosive scorers I know in the NBA.
Well, after Kyrie and KD got traded out of Brooklyn, Thomas went off, putting together a streak of 3 straight 40-point games.
Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Outside Thomas. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Drills it from outside.
Beautiful stroke from Johnson, even on the quick shot.
Here's Hernandez. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Cunningham for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. And it seems unthinkable at this point, but they've won 26 games in a row.
The team is playing what I'd call nearly flawless basketball. They just can't lose one of the most memorable winning streaks in league history. Seeing the way these guys are balling right now makes me want to lace it up with them. Nice feed inside, saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
Dosunmu with the bounce pass. And there's the bucket from MP.
What a finish by MP. He just finds a way to convert through contact.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Pass to Cunningham. And the rejection by Smith. Buzelis with the ball. Claxton covering. Hernandez. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. MP's got 10 points.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. To the inside. Here's Hernandez. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. He's got 12.
When MP is having a night like this, you just can't keep him from getting the ball.
Following some ups and downs, Richard, the Brooklyn Nets, and you know this, they're back in rebuild mode.
Yes, unfortunately they are, but fans shouldn't let the word rebuild discourage them. The Nets still have a ton of solid pieces, and it's just a question of making smart moves from here on out. Looking confident, even with the defense on him. I like it when Thomas is aggressive around the rim.
And MP gets it to go on the assist by Buzelis. Buzelis has got 4 assists now tonight. Outside Thomas. Johnson outside. Now here's Moody. White covering. Lock at 6. And a wide open look for Cunningham. No good from outside. Chicago leading by 7. 3-pointer. That one's in. His first shot this game.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's Cunningham. This game he had 13. It's Thomas outside. Rebound by Smith. And it's the Bulls with the ball. White the pass to MP. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Pass to Thomas. And they get it. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now. A little bit in his head.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Over in the corner, Cunningham. Traps in the tray. He gets it up. No good that time. And so it's the Chicago Bulls holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. Back to the action in just a minute. Checked in for Buzelis. White comes in for Grant. And MP subbed in for Terry. And Brooklyn making a change here. And White kicks to Smith from the arc. Buries it from 3-point range. Smith's got 5 now.
And a solid playmaker. White has a great sense for when he should look to give it up.
Williams is out there with Jalen Smith. Then it's MP. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's White in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin. The Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring their next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. Here's Thomas following the basket by MP. And the Nets miss again.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. And the big question for MP is going to be work ethic, because if he can put in the sweat, there's no reason he can't be a star in this league.
Chicago shooting their first free throws of this game. Bruce Ellis is checked in for Chicago. Dosunmu comes in for Josh Giddey. Out to the right wing, back to MP. And Moody pulls it down.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss them.
And it's Cunningham, top of the key. Back to Moody. Off the run. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got his third assist on the night. Down low. And there's the bucket from MP. MP's got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
There's 45 seconds left in the first half of basketball. It's Thomas outside. It's all in by the Bulls. Smith's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Back to MP. And the dunk by MP.
Making sure of that one. MP at ground zero.
Nets trail by 21. And here is Thomas. Coming in off a 41-point performance last game out. Cunningham's shot is off. Outside, White. Back to MP. Swiped it away. In transition, here come the Nets. Claxton, no good. On the wing, Dosunmu. Yes, that goes in. Dosunmu's got his first 2 points.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
MP has been leading the charge for the Bulls. He's up to 26 points in the game now. Just keeps pouring in the buckets. Back right after this.
Welcome to the studio for our halftime show. Both teams with some injuries. Neither team at full strength. Guys, have you had any injuries recently that you'd like to share?
You know what, Ernie? I hit my head at the top of the door frame walking into the studio today.
I saw that.
Being this tall is a blessing and a curse.
Well, actually, I saw that. I was walking in, and now my voice hoarse. Excuse me, from laughing so hard. You might, have to carry the show out tonight, Ernie.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Keep laughing, Kenny.
Changing focus now to the tough first half for the Brooklyn Nets.
You know, this is like the most exciting basketball going on right now. At this point in the season, it's already got the reputation, man, and the cachet, where you don't want to lose this game, especially when you're already in the semifinals. Next game, that's for all the marbles.
I'm not playing for marbles, Kenny, come on. But if I'm out there right now in the second half, it's all about defense. If either team is going to punch their ticket to the finals, they better get hungry, especially on D.
Especially on defense.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Just one half away from finding out who will be headed to the championship game of the NBA Cup. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
Starting off the second half, here's Jordi Fernandez's foul. Down in the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cunningham is out there with Thomas. And it's Moody in at the small forward position. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. I think we have a beautiful game now.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against New York was outstanding. He scored 48 points, and that was a season high for him in scoring. It's a night to remember. Incredible effort on his part. We'll see if tonight means more of the same. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Cunningham's shot is off.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Hernandez can't get it to go. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Nets. To the paint. He's looking for Claxton and finds him.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Now, here's MP. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. MP's got 30 points.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
It's Cunningham with the drive, and the layup is good.
No, he didn't. Did he just break out the finger roll? That's nice.
Here's Smith, and the basket is good. He's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
He's hit his free throws at a pretty good clip this year, 77%.
The free throw drops for Smith. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Outside Thomas. Moody with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And there's Buzelis on the assist by MP. MP's got 6 assists in the game. Cunningham kicks to Thomas. From beyond the arc, Cunningham's shot is off.
Okay, now I think he's starting to get in his own head right now. Maybe he's overthinking things a little bit, and as a result, he's just been off.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Here's Thomas. Following the basket by MP. Thomas passes to Cunningham. Over White. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Thomas got 5 points now in the quarter.
Decisive reaction on the catch and shoot. Thomas always plays like he's got something to prove.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Now, here is Smith. He's got 8. Here's Hernandez. And he makes that one. MP's got 36.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Cunningham passes to Claxton. Johnson from outside. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 16th rebound on the night. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Pass to Hernandez. Now Buzelis. He's guarded by Johnson. The shot by Buzelis, no good. Here's Thomas. Rebound by the Bulls. White's got his 4th rebound in this one. He takes it in. Here's MP. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. MP's got 38 points.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
White against Thomas. 4 seconds left. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Chicago, up by 33 points as the buzzer sounds. A huge lead for them. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
This is in for Jeremy Grant. Chicago calls timeout. Chicago has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Terry is out there with MP. Then there's Patrick Williams. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Reith in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Here's Cunningham, following the basket by MP. And it's good for 2.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Williams finds MP. Outside Williams. To the middle. Left block shot on the way. Bank shot. No good. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Thomas with the ball. And Terry picks him up defensively. Cunningham's shot is off. Chicago's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Back to MP. Hits it from about 6 feet away. Hernandez has got 42 in the game.
Total focus from MP. Didn't let the D get to him. Looking like a vet.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Connects from 3-point range.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the 4th.
Now, here's Thomas. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. Just makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leading.
Grant is checked in for Chicago. All comes in for Terry.
You love the readiness of Cam Thomas. Whatever his team needs, whenever they need it, he is prepared to deliver.
And it's ball in the corner. Pass to Giddey. Grant kicks to Giddey. He's looking for MP and finds him. Yep, that one goes.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Bulls.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
Now here's Johnson from deep. Moody's shot is off. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Grant the pass to MP. And he uses the glass on the lane. MP's got 48.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Giddey the pass to MP. Can't connect from short range. Now Cunningham. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They've moved their way through the east side of the bracket and are headed for the final game of the NBA Cup.
Yeah, just one game. Winner takes all. You know they're going to be bringing that competitive fire. They want to be the ones hoisting that cup.
And that'll do it, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching tonight's presentation on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Way to bring the effort tonight. Great win tonight, MP. Get ready to rumble, young blood.
I got one. You were on.
Objects in motion stay in motion as long as they win.
Good enough for none.
What a view of the Spring Mountains surrounding beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello and welcome to the NBA Cup Championship. I'm Kevin Harlan, and joining me are Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge. I'll tell you guys, this has become one interesting event.
Yeah, even though it's still the regular season, this is a chance to put a stake in the ground saying, hey, we're the best team in the league right now. One of these teams is going to come away with that level of confidence.
This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at Chicago. Quite a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks.
Right about that.
Anthony Davis is out there with Derek Lively. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Marshall in at the 3. And for Chicago, we've got White. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. And it's Smith. And it's MP in at the 1 spot. It'll be the Bulls off the tip. And Greg, this one-off championship game, how does that change the strategy for these coaches?
Kevin, I think you're going to see some tighter rotations. I think the stars play a little more. Maybe a curveball game plan-wise as well. But it is also great prep for the postseason.
And how about this run to the NBA Cup Championship for MP? From the start, he's made a point to tell us he wants the cup.
And his play has been incredible. The MP's led this team. It's been about more than what he's done on the floor. He's also led by example. And tonight for MP, it's all about enjoying the moment, playing to your potential, and hoisting that trophy.
Here's White, and White with the stuff.
And at 6'5", White more than capable athletically, like the aggressiveness there.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with Coach Billy Donovan.
Now, when asked about the game plan on Anthony Davis, Coach said, we have to do our best to keep him out of the paint. That's where he's most effective. If he beats us with his jump shot, well, we can live with that. Interior defense will be put to the test. Guys?
Thank you, David. So it's the Mavericks now, after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. The kick out to Irving. Trying to get open is Davis. Looking to end the run. No good on the layup. For Chicago, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Back to MP. And the dunk by MP.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
You know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Here's Irving. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Marshall passes to Davis. And it's Davis finishing it off.
I don't know what to do about that. Davis just powering it down.
Over in the corner, Dosunmu. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Shots good by Hernandez.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Davis, the pass to Lively. Pass to Irving. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. This team is firing on all cylinders, with the win streak tying the Heat's 2013 record of 27 wins. How many more wins will they be able to string together?
Guys, I tell you what, they're playing some of the best basketball that I've ever seen. I mean, they look virtually unbeatable. The key now is they continue to try to strive for consistency, to be ready to handle whenever the next loss does come up. That's going to be the key, bouncing back when they do have somebody in this streak.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to LeVert. Irving, a screen on White. Back to Irving. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
And he gets one to fall, and now one out of his first 4.
Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards, but man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on the season, and a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9" and 7-foot guys. Special.
All right, guys, I'm told we're about to connect to our insider, Shams Charania, who has a beat on something. Hey, Shams, what's the story?
Thank you, Kevin. I've just received word on the news out of Orlando on the Magic.
Is here for the Mavericks. Prosper's checked in, and Irving subbed in for Davis. Mavericks trail by 3. They've got MP. Buzelis out there with Williams. Then it's Terry. And it's Giddey in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive. And it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Outside Irving. There's the triple. Good on the three-point shot. Irving's got 15 points. And so MP will bring it up for Chicago. And this is the first time they've matched up with the Mavericks this year.
And an NBA Finals rematch tonight, and they're the defending champs. Certainly feeling confident.
Two great teams. This one should be competitive. The whole league will be keeping an eye on this one.
Count that one. 13 points in the game.
MP squeezing all that juice he can get out of that arm. What a night he's had.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, MP in the last game against the Nets was outstanding. He scored 48 points, and he was so productive offensively, he wound up setting a new season high for himself in scoring. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean that. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
You know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this game. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
Clock at 4. Here's Irving. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Catching up now on the changes for Chicago. Smith checked in for Buzelis. Dosunmu comes in for Josh Giddey. And it's Kobe White in for Terry. Mavericks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Well, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Pass to Smith. Back to MP. Mavericks with the rebound. Outside Irving. Here's LeVert. And he chants it with authority.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Buzelis is checked in for the Bulls. Washington's checked in for Dallas.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
A nice shot by LeVert, too.
You know, I think this is big for LeVert's confidence because the more he connects from distance, I think the more dangerous he'll become as a shooter and offensive player.
Yeah, that goes. And the Dallas lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Smith. Mavericks have gone 7 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. MP against LeVert. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there. And now we have a moment to recognize the player of the week in the Eastern Conference, MP.
Basketball is one of the few sports where good offense beats good defense, and nobody has had better offense than him lately. I don't think there's anybody in the league that could have slowed him down on offense. He was unstoppable, to say the least. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And it's White with the rebound. Back to MP. Stolen by Washington. The tray. Rebound by Smith.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And what you like about MP as a playmaker, he has great vision.
29 seconds left in the first half of the game. Pass to Lively. Here's Washington. Back to Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Inside. MP converting the top bucket.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
And LeVert, here we go. And so it's MP making things happen for Chicago. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points.
That was a gas, bro. Just gas. When he got over me, when she made the shot, when he made the shot, he gets $10,000.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here as we tip off the show with a look at our mid-season Eastern Conference standings.
Well, right now for Chicago, you know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league. They're striking fear into every team that has to go against them, Shaq.
You're starting to scare me, Kenny.
Oh, okay. That wasn't scary.
Moving on, the Mavs find themselves in a battle. Close matchup so far.
I can say I've been pumped about this tournament, especially the last few weeks. But the semifinals, we're excited, and now, here we are. The champion will be crowned. Ernie, should we have a tournament between me, you, and Kenny?
I'm all for it as long as the category is jumpers. But in all seriousness, guys, one thing I've noticed already in this game is that it doesn't feel like a regular season game. And it isn't technically either, actually.
It doesn't feel like
that'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Moves action.
Doesn't feel like it. All this intensity, bro.
There's always a buzz around Las Vegas. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We got the second half of the Cup Championship on 2K Sports. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
On the court for the Mavericks, we've got Derek Lively. Irving is out there with Karis LeVert. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Marshall in at the small forward. And after the intensity of these last few NBA Cup games, do you all think it'll be hard for these teams to settle back into the regular season?
They'll have to adjust their mindsets for sure. Back to thinking about the long haul, not the do-or-die scenario of the NBA Cup.
The Mavericks trailing. To the middle. Here's Davis. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Out of bounds. It'll be Mavericks ball. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Thursday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the New York Knicks.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together. That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
OMP staying with it through the contact.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Lively's shot is off. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Hernandez can't get it to go. And so LeVert will bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. No good from Irving.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's MP. MP finishes the break in style.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Irving passes to Davis. Back to Irving. The 3.
Hi.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's
How is your day?
It's good. How are you today? Is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today?
What game you playing?
The basket coming off a
You gonna play video games?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Very good.
By MP.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
MP gets the job done inside.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the
What games do you like to play?
Timeout call.
Yeah, you like play Warzone or Domination.
And maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
What games do you like to play? Or you make tutorial videos that you make.
Do play FC25.
Oh, you play FC25? Really? Interesting. You got people out?
So for the Bulls, Patrick Williams, he's just...
That's soccer, right? Not correct, right? Right?
Williams is out there with Grant. Then it's MP. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Ball in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Chicago.
Do you want to play FC25?
How are you going to get FC25?
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books.
Yes.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. It's good. Hernandez has got 12 points here in the second half.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Gafford sets the pick for LeVert. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Chicago leading by 13. Here's MP, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Can you please play Fortnite?
I had a game down.
For 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And it's LeVert missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Williams gets the bucket.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end. Outstanding distribution there. What impressive passing ability.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Smith checked in for Williams. Buzelis comes in for Jeremy Grant. Ayo Dosunmu is checked in for Josh Giddey. And it's Kobe White in for Lonzo Ball.
Enter a message.
Consistently, Smith makes a solid effort in there.
Irving passes to Lively.
Okay, you are a very nice dude.
Thank you.
2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Marshall. Shot clock at 6. Now Lively puts up a deep 3. He can't get that one to fall. Chicago leading by 17. Smith, the pass to Dosunmu. It's blocked.
When Lively's on you like this, with all his size and length, it's hard to get a shot off on him.
Here's LeVert. Light covering. Shot from 12. Rebound by the ball.
In what country are you?
He's got 4 rebounds in this game. White the pass to Hernandez. Great D that time from Davis. Mavericks trail by 17. And Marshall kicks to Irving. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
That block
could really help change the momentum of this game.
Yeah, I gotta play some Fortnite.
1:51 left in the fourth. Back to MP. Banked in off the glass. Hernandez has got 6 points in the quarter.
Late in the game.
Enter a message. Will you play tomorrow?
I'll play right. I'll play a little bit.
Start using that clock.
A little bit. You play right now.
16 feet away. Dallas again missing.
He knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And he converts the layup. Hernandez has got 39.
There's MP getting that orange where he needs it to go.
Mavericks trail by 21. Irving.
How old are you?
Hands it from downtown.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Hernandez, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Hernandez has got 41.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
There's 53 seconds left in the game. And yes, it's good. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
I love your videos. You are inspiring to me. I live in South Africa.
Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively. There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. White looking around. Hernandez lays it up off the glass. MP's got 43 points.
These players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
Pass to Marshall. In the corner, Irving with it.
It is a very nice country.
And they've done it. What a moment for this team.
Very tough. Very nice country. Very nice country.
It was a memorable journey to get to this point, a battle every step of the way. And you have to think this is a huge confidence boost for them moving forward. It proves they're ahead of the curve in terms of getting into postseason shape.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Thanks for subscribing, Christo Herselman, smiling face with open hands.
Appreciate it. Thanks. It really means a lot. All the subscribers I'm getting, appreciate all the support I'm getting on YouTube. Thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. I don't do it for me. I do it for my. I don't do it for me. The games that I play, I do it for y'all because I want to support my viewers.
Watching you tonight, it looks like you were playing for something more than the NBA Cup. Is that how you felt?
Well, you can't miss the fact that this is a big deal for the fans. There's a buzz in the building, and we all respond to that. But we have to remember that we haven't accomplished our goal until we.
Do you think I could be a good YouTuber one day? I hope so. I am only 10.
You're only 10 years old? Ready? Sure. You could be a great YouTuber. You never know what you're going to get. Never do.
You know just what to say to earn yourself some fans. Nicely done.
You never know. Just show it.
Shout out to MP, NBA Cup champion. Single elimination games, and you guys passed with flying colors.
Got you guys fired?
Way to bring home that W.
Day in and day out, I form. It's not, I'm not doing it for y'all, I'm doing it for me.
Really
I'm not
is
doing
there
it
up
for
here.
y'all.
Hope you've been
I'm
running.
not doing it.
There
I'm
he
doing it for
is,
y'all.
man.
I watch me. You know, I appreciate what you get. I appreciate what I get. Appreciate the skill that I got. Appreciate it. I used to suck at video games. Be stingy, please, bro. Be stingy. Be all like that. I used to be stingy with the ball. I used to be stingy with the ball.
Yes, I am only 11. You are my inspiration.
Thank you for that.
Enter a message. What time is it there?
It's 11:35 where I'm at. 11:35 where I'm at.
And with that, we'll be right back in just a moment. Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter David Aldridge on the sideline. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Jeremy Grant.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and let's see if that continues to be the case.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Smith is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kobe White. Then there's Dosunmu. And it's Hernandez in at the 1. And for Denver, the 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. Sharing the wing spots, it'll be Brown and Porter Jr. And it's Payne at the guard position. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
So the Nuggets win the tip. Outside Porter. Gordon with the screen for Porter. Oh, good on the 3. And here we go. And MP gets it to go on the assist by Buzelis.
Well, when MP gets in the open floor on the break like that, watch out.
Outside Porter. Off target from three-point range. Buzelis with the ball. He's against Gordon. Smith the pass to MP. Payne grabs the board. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Gordon. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Here's Jokic. That shot missing. Good work defensively by Smith.
They haven't been able to find their rhythm. That's 3 straight misses now.
Last season, Stan, Jokic passed LeBron's all-time triple-double mark, and he did it stunningly in 813 fewer games.
Yeah, now it's really possible, Kevin, that he's going to end up at the top of that triple-double list by the time his career's over. He's got the big O and Westbrook in his sights. You know, don't sell this guy short. He can do it almost any night. Laser focus from White. The moment that pass was headed to him, he was ready.
shot to stop the run, and it's finished off by Payne as he lays it in.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Down low. MP dishes to Smith. Outside, White. Here's Hernandez. An easy 2 points on the lane. MP's got his second basket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside, Porter. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Pass to Porter. Payne gets a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Payne's got 5 points so far.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Back to MP. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
The desire to win, it fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
Shoots the 3. Rebound by Smith. The Bulls leading by 7. Pass to Buzelis. Over Gordon. It's Chicago with another bucket.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, they just committed too many mistakes at both ends. But credit their opponent for being disruptive.
And I feel like Jokic has 360-degree vision. I mean, no matter where the open man is, he's going to find him. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Payne after the Bulls pick up 2. A rejection by Smith. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. Some big news coming in from around the NBA. We welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's on the phone with the latest story. Shams?
Thank you, guys. Today we've got the story out of Orlando for the Magic. They had a player on their wish list in Malik Monk, and they got him. Above all else, the thing that the coaching staff really loves about Monk is his efficiency. They want to run a more streamlined offensive system, and they think Monk can help them do it.
Thank you so much, Shams. We sure appreciate the update. And the Bulls with some changes. Williams, he's checked in for Smith. Jeremy Grant. Is Richard. Haynes checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Reith is checked in. And Terry subbed in for Jeremy Grant.
That's my view of my Fortnite. I give it Fortnite.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Back to MP. Right through contact, MP.
A great sign for MP in his career. The ability to convert in traffic.
The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. Then there's Cameron Payne. Then there's Bull. And it's Strother in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
MP, no good. The Nuggets trail by 12. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. MP in the last game against the Mavericks was terrific. He ended up with 43 points, and it looked like he couldn't miss from both the floor and the foul line. A performance like that makes you hungry for more. I'll be looking to follow that up tonight. Guys?
I gotta go.
Okay.
I gotta pause this game. Do what? I'll be right back, Chad. I gotta get my food. Did you Give me some, Jada.
New notification. New messages. Press the PS button for details.
Gotta get to this chat.
Thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
And here are the Nuggets now after the Bulls pick up 2. For 3, and it will go, and the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Payne.
Yeah, nice vision from Gordon. He knew his teammate was there all the way.
Here's Reith, and they're moving it up. Here's Strawther. Gordon, the pass to Bull. The kick out to Porter. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Giddey.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
There's a screen. Pass to Porter. 3-pointer. Rebound by the Bulls. And this team is in the middle of an astonishing 28-game winning streak. Yep, 28. No matter when it finally ends, this will have been a historic run for them.
Look, you're talking about some of the all-time great teams in the history of the NBA to have a win streak of this magnitude. Gonna be fun to see if they can add one more here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding in basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Now here's Payne. He's got 13. Gordon finds Payne. Krills the 3-pointer. Payne's got 16.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Here's Hernandez. Plays it up and banks it in. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Payne. Over MP. Got it! Oh,
amazing! Perfect timing there.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
MP has been leading the charge for the Chicago Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Did you miss us? Stupid question. Of course you did. And we missed you. And tonight we kick off with our mid-season focus on power rankings.
You know, right now for Denver, they're sort of stuck in this same range, right in the middle, here in the middle of the season.
Middling overall, just like your analysis, Kenny. Just kidding, my buddy. You're the best, or at least top 30.
Top 30?
That's saying something.
Top 30?
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Bulls.
Their passing was clearly superior in the first half. They were playing a team game, not one-on-one basketball. Good player movement, good ball movement, and they have a healthy lead to show it.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
Game over with, bro. These 2 quarters, I gotta eat. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be cold.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Stan, I could talk about coaching with you from morning till night, but what's the most difficult part of coaching that maybe the average fan doesn't know about?
Well, there's probably a lot of things like that, Kevin, so I'll just give you one. When you're coaching a star player who's on the decline a little bit, in his own mind, he's still that guy he was in his best years, but you have to limit his role, not get him as many shots, things like that, and there can be some tension, and it's with a guy that you have huge, huge respect for.
That's a great example. Coaching an aging star. Very different. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into second half. Buzelis out there with Smith. Then there's Dosunmu. Then it's MP. And it's White in at the 2.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Buzelis' shot is good.
Yeah, great to see MP recognizing where the defense is weakest. Developing those instincts.
Outside Porter. Here's Jokic. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. He said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Kevin, he grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
Thanks, D.A. He is a worker and living the dream. And it's good, 2 points. 20 points for MP.
And you look at this scoring outburst by MP. What's incredible is he still has room to grow.
Denver calls timeout. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
You look at Payne. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be part of the three-point festivities at All-Star Weekend. But, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc.
What do you mean? Are you kidding me, bro?
He is
don't go over that, man. What do you mean?
Gordon with the monster jam.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
First team at the line for your Nuggets, Cameron Payne, taking 2 shots.
That's good from Payne. Some changes for sure. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Ball. Good, and the assist goes to MP. And the Bulls lead by 17.
I'm a fan of how Ball uses that size inside. Excellent at getting the shot off close to the basket.
The Nuggets with another miss. To the wing on the left. Back to MP. 2 on the clock. And he sinks the layup. MP's got 22 points.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make shots, but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the 3rd quarter.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Gordon. He's out there with Bol. And it's Strother in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. The shot's good. 24 points for him.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Here's Strother. Kicks it out to Gordon. Pass to Coffee. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Hits it from three-point range. Coffee's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a play.
The shot by Williams, no good.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Coffee passes to Gordon. 4 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. Rebound by Williams.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Giddey, good, and Grant gets the assist. 11 points here for Josh Giddey.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Coffee. Giddey defending. Coffee passes to Payne. Offline with his 3. Chicago leading by 20. MP finds Grant. Back to MP. And the dunk by MP.
You love to see MP just attack that rim. Young players, take note.
Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the 4th. Here's Payne. Pass to Gordon. And here's Payne. Now Gordon shoots from the baseline. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
And MP gets it to go on the assist by Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Pass to Strother. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
To the paint. And again, MP. Hernandez has got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
Yeah, but you can't let up now. We've seen too many wild comebacks in this league.
Here's Gordon. Chicago grabs the miss. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you missed the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or lose.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Chicago making a switch here. Reith is checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
So Denver ends up going with a whole new group. Bangs home the trifecta.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Wolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for MP.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash over.
Off target with the jump hook.
MVP. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul.
That's good for Payne. Grant is checked in for the Bulls.
2 shots.
Payne hits them both. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. They have a 19-point lead. Grant finds MP. It's good. 34 points for MP.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And it's Jokic missing.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. MP, no good. Payne with it. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.
They really thought they had a chance.
Well, tell me get off and get something to eat. I'm about to be back.
Shout out to...
I'll be get something to eat. I will see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll be back in like 20 minutes. Get 20 minutes. My video. Watch the stream. You know what I'm talking about.
Win?
Yeah,
Pay the bills, baby.
later.